let's see here. What do we got today? We've got this. Alright. So we're missing top axis. Let's draw that. So we've got this top axis bounds right here. Might as well draw something within that. For int y tick value is, let's say, 0 less than or equal to the maximum, right, score per row. Yeah, and in here we've got, well, we've got some kind of mu draw text going on there. It's like, I mean, I guess we can just call it tick value. Tick string is another tick value, so that's the string version of it. Row number pause. Hello chatter. Okay, there's the row number pause. Color's fine. I should probably pull that out. Where do I use access color? Yeah. Replace that mu color with access color. Alright. Now I just need the position. And this is just xy. Mu vec2 top axis bounds x, top axis bounds y, so that'll be just on top of each other, presumably. Yeah. Well, now that we got that far, that's the initial rectangle. Now we just need to update it. Mu vec2 y tick position. Now this y tick position x plus equals, well, it's plus equals something that we need to work out. Yeah. Int tick pixels is scale tick value. And what's the original range? From 0 to score per row. What's the new range? Top axis bounds x, top axis bounds x plus top axis bounds width. That's the new range. Yeah, we don't actually need to update this thing then. Just say mu vec2 tick pixels, that's the x, and the y is just going to be top axis bounds y. That's not necessary. One of these is float. Int float. Int. No, score per row. Okay, well, 1,000's apparently over there. Which is not really... I mean, that does make sense that it's over there. It's just not really accurate to what we've drawn. It's interesting. Like if we round, then will that be more accurate? Yes, actually. Okay, so we're just floating it before. That was the problem. Well, okay, so we kind of need some padding on to the left there. And we also need to center the numbers. Take pixels minus... To center the numbers, we just subtract half of the width of the string. Int centered would be tick pixels minus tick string length times font height. No, font width. So that's all the way to the left, and then, well, I mean, divided by 2. And I think, yeah, this is 16, so that's going to be fine. So just put that here. Alright. What's the problem? The problem is that this is a long... Yeah. Okay, well now they are centered. Still need some padding to the right there. Okay, so we could start with total bounds. Total cat, right. Total bounds. And just some arbitrary padding, whatever, 50. Let's say. Oh, it's a const. Well, it's not anymore. Okay, so there's our arbitrary padding. Yeah. Do we actually need the horizontal line here? Probably not. Let's just draw some verticals. I mean, honestly, even verticals are kind of not necessary. Like, yeah, it's probably good enough, honestly. Alright, now we just have part 2 to draw. And honestly, part 2 is the same code, but like you'll shift it down a little. Well, these ticks are only drawn once. But bounds, on the other hand. Well, let's see. Toggle. Primary. Ah, there we go. Focus into primary cycle. That's the command. Draw text. How are you? Okay. Alright. So other than the text. Part 2. Well, I'm gonna need to save part 2 here somewhere. Because right now it's just, this is the round, right? Score part 1, outcome part 1. And that's pretty simple to just store. I mean, it could be separate arrays. Like we're gonna iterate through them separately anyway, right? Okay, so round storage now needs to change to rounds part 1. And these rounds need to change to rounds part 1. And rounds part 2 is gonna go onto the scratch. Which means we kind of want temp memory. Yeah. That's round part 1. That's round part 2. Would be score round part 2, outcome part 2, and there is round part 2. At the end, we just want to copy. Rounds, storage. Well, rounds part 2 is rounds, storage, copy, arena. It's just that. Yeah, all these fake errors are not great. Yeah, this seems about the same. Okay, so what do we actually want to do for part 2? This part? Yeah, so that is the rounds part 1. Well, this is the same, this is the same, this is the same. Round rect changes a little bit between the two of them. And it changes based on it's something like this. So let's just make sure this works as expected. Oh. Yep, day 2, day 2 of work. There is already round set. Round sets. Something like that. Score per row evidently needs to go out. Yeah, this should look the same. It does. Okay, so we break there. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so what actually needs to change? Like, everything's the same, right? Except a few things. Yeah, well, actually all of this goes out because round rack needs to be updated at the end of this. And left numbers bounds as well. Okay, well, let's just say at the end of this round rect x equals 0, round rect y plus equals 100 or something. Let's just see whether it gets us. Well, that's almost what we want, except that this x is wrong. Rect bounds x. Yeah, well, that's almost what we want. Now we just need these. I mean, at the moment they're drawn on top of these ones. So we just need this left number bounds y to be shifted down. Well, actually, no, it's... Yeah, well, let's just shift it down that way. It's a little... I mean, that just about works, actually. And there's 12 of them, but the 12th one is incomplete, so that's 11,756, so you can kind of read that from here. Alright, I mean, it's not a rich visualization. There's no legend as well. Maybe we need to put legend here, because that's the only thing that's really missing, as opposed to... Yeah, here the colors don't really mean much. They're just there to differentiate. But here the colors do mean something, so just a legend, and with the legend I think will be... Well, also we need to work out the height of this thing. Okay, so what do we got? No, that we do have. Work out the height and draw the legend. Okay, so with these two we'll be done with part 2. Actually, can we make sure that once we come out of this, Arena and Scratch, what they're supposed to be, like Scratch used as 0 and Arena used as in, like, I mean, oh yeah, because I allocated the Scratch from it. So it comes in with 500 megabytes used, that's right. Technically, yeah. Yeah, debugging this stuff is not a great experience, I'm not gonna lie. Whatever though, whatever. Alright. Visualize day 2, part 2. Yeah. Alright, well that's all I have time for today. Thanks everyone. See you later.